me again. Um, Thanks for watching. I just wanted to give a good recap of my week 3, technically 15, 16 weeks out from the Columbus City Marathon. A recap of last week. Last week being the week before the 4th of July. Um, was a very busy one for me outside of running. Thank God. On my training schedule, I had about 22 miles to run, but I really only did about 18 of them. Why? Um, Sunday, my long run from week 2, I did 9 miles and went over to my grandmother's, well, my distant relative's house in a rural Ohio to visit with my grandmother, and my mother was there. We also had to have some discussions about um, what to do with my elderly grandmother and look into a nursing home, um, as well as kind of get her settled in with her cousin for a long term visit. So it'll be quite interesting. That last week was a little tough for me. I did take off Monday from work, and then I um, had to tour the nursing home. Just knowing the situation, I knew I wasn't going to sleep well. So the day after my long run, what I broke the sacrosanct code, especially after not doing a 9 mile run in a while. I went and I did a 4.5 mile run on some very rural roads. But again, it was either that or drinking mass quantities of liquor to just calm myself down. I went for the latter and played in traffic, in rural traffic. Apparently, my distant cousin who lives out there thought I was some crazy woman with a death wish. I was not. I knew what I was doing. I was listening. I was getting out of the way. I had to check myself for ticks. Uh, it was quite interesting, but the short run that I thought would only be about 3 miles was actually 4.5, went a little bit slower than I thought, jumping in and out of traffic. So, not a very good run to judge by. After that, I had relatives over. My niece came over, as well as my mother, after settling in my grandmother. So my house was kind of different. There was a different feel to it. Also, my mother is not doesn't eat the greatest, especially after being away. We didn't do the weekly shopping that we did. My husband did that, but I didn't get the right meal prepping that I could get in. I couldn't get that going. So trying to log my meals, it was horrible. It was like, thank God I have a short week there. I think I gained 2 pounds, but that's okay. It's totally fine. Everything's gonna go by the wayside. I hadn't seen my mother in 2 years. I hadn't seen my niece in God knows how long. So it was really great to just have that time with them. So all in all, last week was great. It was kind of a kickback week, a 9 mile long run to a 6 mile long run. I didn't take the 6 miles at the long run pace. It was a little bit faster, but I also didn't run as much as I should have. So I kind of felt, I also didn't do as much cross training as I wanted to do. So sadly, that got off the wayside. So this week, I don't really have any important topics to really hit on. I want to hit those more when they really affect me more in the training, and I can point that out and say, "Oh my God, I noticed like if I was eating this, it was really horrible," or whatnot. Also, um, we're still early days on, but I want to be sure that I'm setting the right stage for what I'm getting to. And I think after not running, even when the weather got better, I was not running more than maybe 10 to 15 miles a week. And getting into the habit of, a 20-mile week is a little bit weird to me. I've noticed my playlists suck. Also, I'm gonna sit here. I'm avoiding it, but I need to find a good audiobook. I'm big into thrillers for the long runs because they just keep my mind going quite well. So I'm searching through trying to get that. I eat those up on long runs, and I'm a little paranoid because this week I do have an 11-mile run to get to, and what to do there. So it's kind of preppy time. I'm trying to prep for the longer miles to run and what I need to prep for. Looking at it, saddest thing ever. Uh, I knew that I needed to buy my registration for this marathon that I've even been blogging about. And guess what I didn't do before the price went up? That was register for the marathon. So I lost out on $10. It's still good. It's still going. It was an odd week. Everything, it was end of June, slammed right into the holidays. But given that, I think we're going to be okay when it all gets said and done. This week, again, I'm still at the higher 20 miles, not yet into the craziness of it. It feels like I slammed into those higher mileage weeks, or maybe I just eased into them quite easily last year. It feels like I should be doing more prepping, but now that I think of it, I really wasn't up to that long miles and hard. Um, it felt hard. It seemed like it was hard, but I was beating it down last year. So this is interesting, and I again, this time last year, I was a week out from buying my house, and there was no cross training. I tried to get a run in just to get away from the boxes and mess of moving out of a house. So I relished that. I took the opportunity for that. So it's hard to compare that.